Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. This is another video that is being made to accompany an Etsy listing. This journal is one of several that will be available in my shop later today or tomorrow. And I like to include a YouTube link so that prospective buyers can get some more details, especially about the interactive elements in the journals that you can't really show in a flat photograph very well. And so if you found me from the listing, thanks for doing further investigation. And if you found me some other way, thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoy seeing the journal. So this is a 4 signature, fairly large journal. It is a soft cover, semi-soft. It's not a stiff hardcover, but it is fairly stiff, made with a thinner inner support board, and it has a removable dangle. So journal decorations are all fun and good until they get in your way when you're trying to write in your journal. So you can take this off if you need to take it off. It has some lace and ribbon and a handmade by me paper bead with some pretty flowered stuff. And I made this dangle with other beads and wire, and that's my little tag on the end. And there's some extra goodies there. And then the closure is seam binding, crinkled seam binding, which I also do myself. And the spine has been covered in lace. And this is Chigami paper, beautiful paper to work with. So let's open this up. And I'll try to go fairly quickly because it is a large journal. So on the front page, or front inside cover, there's an old print back there, which you don't see much of because I've covered this one up. I don't remember if the back one is also covered up at the writing boards. I will see when we get to the back. Stay focused. And okay, so inside this pocket is a note about the journal. I include one of these in all of the journals I make because from my own personal experience being one of these people, some people don't really know why anybody wants a junk journal full of all kinds of stuff. Because I was of the mind that a journal was lined paper for writing your thoughts down. And then I saw people making these and I kind of wondered why you would do that with all kinds of things that sometimes don't even match, and glue things in and stick things in, and but what about your notes? And you know, it took me a while to kind of realize, because I was making much more streamlined handmade books before I started junk journaling. Now that I'm junk journaling, I can't imagine not junk journaling because I just love making them. So I thought, well, I'll make them and I'll sell them. And that's what I was doing. And then I realized, wait, I don't want to give this one up, or not this particular one, but certain ones. And I thought I need to keep some back for me because I love having them on my shelf. I'm actually working in a couple of them now, which is a huge advancement on this journey for me anyway. And so I got this idea from Pam at the Paper Outpost to put a little note in. And it gives people permission to make it their own, do whatever they want, so they don't have to feel like, oh, I don't want to wreck anything, and it's so pretty, but what do I do with it? No, it's your book. If you love it, then buy it, and by all means, if you want to just collect them and stick it on a shelf so that you can look back at it later and enjoy the textures and the interactive elements and just get relaxation from that, that's great. Sometimes I do that with some of the ones I've kept. Or if you want to make it a diary, write notes, put down your ideas. I always joke that now that I'm a senior, I can wake up in the morning with 10 great ideas for the day and forget half of them by the time lunchtime comes around. And it's like, darn, what was I thinking of? So write down the ideas, stick in your mementos, your pictures, your tickets, things your grandkids said. That's the stage I'm at right now. Little grandchild memories, they're so precious, and I can't possibly remember everything that I want to remember. So make it a little scrapbook, make it a monthly planner. Obviously this one's fairly large, but the smaller ones, people make planners out of them, maybe have a different one for every month, or make them travel journals, give them as a gift when your child is going away to college maybe, and say, hey, when you have a chance every once in a while, write down some notes or take a picture of yourself doing fun stuff, and then when you come home for Christmas, you can tell me all about what you did. And you know, no pressure, obviously there's no pressure for anybody. And if you love a particular journal but you get to a page you don't like, glue something else on top of it. It's your book. Just do whatever you want. Do your artwork, paint it, rip the page out if that's what you want, or fold it over, make a pocket. You can do so many different things. So that's in the first pocket, and then there's some little tags and cards and You'll see some old book pages. You'll see some printables, digitals that I've purchased from other Etsy sellers, and coffee dyed paper that I do myself, some lined paper, some different elements, old and new. So this is a paper bag pocket, a big tag, lots of writing space. My goal is to have some, as much decoration as I can do while still leaving you a lot of blank space to do your own thing. So there's some old music paper, some charms that I've made myself. Sometimes I include pages from other notebooks to put into these books, and different layers so that it's interesting to look at. Some trims that are sewn on. Different kinds of tapes and stickers. And this is a really cool little waterfall project, and I know a lot of people make these. This was not my original idea. In fact, most of the elements in my journals are not my original ideas. I watch a lot of very talented ladies. I think this was Jessica from Paper Terrace where I saw this element that it might not have been the first time I saw it, but it was the first time I did it after I saw it. So it's like, do it now before you forget. Yeah, there's so many ladies that have beautiful videos, and I watch a lot of different inspiring videos, so I can sometimes not remember where I got which idea. And if I do remember in the moment, I will tell you so you can check them out. And here's another, this tag is machine embroidered. There is vellum on top of an old book page with another page on the back so that you can journal. And there's writing space for you. And this is a little decorated index card with more writing space. A lot of movable elements that aren't necessarily stuck in one place so that you can choose where you want them to be. And this is a little folder that opens up. There's a tag you can pull out on each side. Another one on that one. And then there's on the outside as well, and it has been stitched around on the sewing machine, embroidery stitches. I love sewing on paper. I have been a sewer all my life, and I've gone through various stages of crafts that involve sewing, and now I'm sewing on paper, which is kind of funny, but thankfully I've got a good sewing machine that doesn't mind. And there's some coffee dyed paper with trim. These elements here, I noticed this is the second one, so I'm going to tell you what I did. I got this idea, I believe, from Pam at the Paper Outpost, and it is clear packing tape put onto an old book page and then quickly ripped off, and it gives you, and then I just glued it down onto this page, and it gives such a cool effect because some of the words are broken, some of them are all there. It's a nice texture. I don't know, I thought it was a cool idea and I did it right away. So I remembered where I got it from. And this is an element from my porch prints. Beautiful cutout edge, and I love this. Now I got this from a lady, I hope I'm going to say her name correctly, Joy DeFee. She has so many of these kinds of open up and fold your paper a certain way so that you have all this action going on. She has so many different ideas like that. I love them. And I had these beautiful nature books that my husband actually introduced me to because I was on an Edith Holden kick, and he said, wait, I got some books on my shelf that I've had for years that have artwork like that in them. So found out about more books and got hold of them that I could use the pages from. So that was really fun. This is a doily printable. That's a doily that's stuck on there. The note page is a double pocket envelope with some tags, or not envelope, double pocket page. And lined paper. Here's another one of these gardeny kind of flip out pages. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. See, I couldn't really show that in a picture on an Etsy listing in a still life, but it like fold, fold, unfold. There's so much room. Again, if you want to do more journaling in here, you can just put tape over, but her font is her handwriting, so beautiful. And these are actual Edith Holden Nature Diary pages on this element. So that was fun. I'm going to fold out. Sometimes the pages that I have that I want to use are too big for the journal. So instead of trimming them, I'll just fold them, and then you can use them as you wish. And if you want it, trim it off, you can go ahead, but then you've got a piece of paper for something else. Here's another pocket envelope or pocket page. So there's this one. This is a decorated index card. There's lines on the back for you to write. Little quote stickers on there. No trim. This video is going way too long. Sorry about that, everybody. And there's the center. Okay, so we're gonna go back pretty quickly. Oh no, there's new elements. Okay, so here's an envelope flip, and each one has some writing paper or a tag or a card inside the envelope. And here we go. Some old stamp book paper, stamp collector book, some more printables, another envelope flip with a decorated index card. Yeah, this journal is really full, and this one has a big pocket, and this page was made from an old craft magazine that was folded up. Again, another idea I believe I got from Joy DeFee for using large book pages. So that's kind of fun. And this is a collaged packing paper page. And this page has, okay, so that is, I forget sometimes what I've done. So that's a big tuck with a huge floral tag. A lot of my themes are nature, botanical, vintage. And this is a pocket from an art book page with a tag in it that fits in another pocket. So that's fun. Interactive as all get out, right? Again, can't show that in a flat picture. Another partial page. More layering here of different printables. More of that cool tape. I love that. I have to do that again. And this is another pocket page made from a book page with a really fun tag from a nature book. Nature themed book. It was a gardening book, I think. And here we go. Now, those of you who are actually interested in the listing are probably going to stick with me to the end if you still like the book. The rest of you, I don't blame you if you are done watching, because sometimes I talk more than I flip, but I want to make sure that a potential customer has all the information they need. So this is a clip-on envelope, and I have included elements in here that can be used in the journal. One of the things I try to include in many of my journals is a washi tape sampler pack. So this is done on acetate, and you can peel these tapes off and use them in the journal. It's nice to have a collection of little things to play with when you first get a new book. So there's like words and die cuts and things that you can stick in your book as you wish. That is the sampler pack. Stick this back on. I don't know if I mentioned or not, but these are charms that I have made with paper cutouts, and that's a wax seal that I glued on there. I made that in a set and then glued it on for effect. And we're at the end now. Now this is a movable writing support board, and I think I got this idea from Natasha at Treasure Books. I'm just not 100% sure where I get the ideas. As I said, there's so many beautiful inspiring ladies out there, but this is a chipboard, decorated piece of chipboard, so that when you have a large journal like this and you want to write something on this page, for example, right here, we'll use this one, and this is thick and bumpy, you can put this down, fold the page over, and you have a smooth writing surface. So you can put it anywhere in the book that you want, or in any other book for that matter. And then it just clips back on here so that you always have it. And obviously you don't need to keep my note there once you know what it is, but a new buyer may not know what it is. So there is that journal. It's a really chunky one, but lots of fun. Thank you for watching.